Mel, do you have a minute? That dude with the blue hair is creeping me out.
He does look a bit like Ivan Drago's bigger, tougher brother.
Look at his blue hair. Do you think it's real?
Not many people are born naturally blue, Carl.
I mean, do you think it's a wig or dyed?
Dunno. Whichever it is, that's what you call commitment to a bit.
You mean he's done it so that his hair matches his costume?
Either that or he's here on a seniors coach trip from Florida.
Let's talk about something else.
By all means.
I need help. The receptionist says I need a superhero name in order to audition.
So, you must have known you would need a name.
Yeah, but I plan to call myself Perfect Patriot.
And I plan to marry Mila Kunis, but we all have to adapt to reality.
So...
Purple Patriot.
There are a few other contestants around. Maybe one of them can suggest something.
Darn it.
Thanks, Mel. That's all the help I need.
Oh, it's the Purple
If you say so.
Patriot.
Talk to you later.
Intimidating.
Are you still waiting for your audition?
I finished audition hours ago. Now I'm sitting here staring at other contestants to intimidate them.
Figured.
The lady at the desk says I need a proper superhero name in order to audition. What do you think I should call myself?
Bourgeois defender of capitalist ideals.
Catchy.
How about just the Purple Defender?
Makes you sound like brand of toilet cleaner.
I love it.
I should go. About my superhero name.
Yes.
Can I get...
Oh,
Thanks.
That's what we figured.
you can't go on stage until you help me complete your application form.
Damn.
Oh, I have a hole in my pocket, and a dollar coin dropped out and rolled onto the stage.
If you try to get past me without the correct paperwork again, Guajalote, some other objects from your pants are going to drop out and roll across the floor.
That's graphic.
I don't really have any reason to go in there, and I'm pretty sure the receptionist would have a problem with it if I even tried.
Damn straight.
Alright, I gotta go in there. Get the leading part chick to come back.
I'm back again.
I thought you might be.
The lady at the desk says I need a proper superhero name in order to audition. What do you think I should call myself?
Remember that superheroes can be very well known. Millions of people will know you by this name. So be sure to pick something which won't age or go out of fashion.
Yeah, we all remember what happened to Captain Cabbage Patch.
Remember, I was the one who had to scrape him off the pavement.
It should also be something descriptive, something which tells people who you are.
But not too descriptive. I mean, don't call yourself Captain Allergic to Cat Hair or something that's going to come back and bite you in the arse.
So what sums you up, Kyle?
I'm proud to be an American. That's why I wanted to call myself the perfect patriot.
Well, that's something to work with. Everybody loves a patriot.
Only he doesn't look very perfect anymore, does he? Instead of red, white and blue, he's all shades of violet.
Purple Patriot, god dang
Well,
it.
call yourself the Purple Patriot
Yes!
That's a pretty obvious name.
You're not exactly inconspicuous in that outfit, mate. It's perfect.
I should go. I have an audition to pass. About my superhero name.
Yes.
Purple Patriot, come on. There it is.
I've decided to call myself the Purple Patriot.
That's a dreadful name.
He's a dreadful superhero.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it is descriptive.
And you're not exactly overloaded with quality applicants this afternoon.
This standard has dropped a little this year.
I can't help thinking that last year's winner getting eviscerated live on air at his victory parade by Captain Kit Katana might have put one or two people off.
It was so sad. He didn't even have time to release his album of R&B covers.
What?
Fine, you can go in. But if anyone asks how you got past me, I'll claim that you chloroformed me, okay?
Yeah. Just like every girl who ever went to bed with me.
Nice. Let's do this.
Okay, you can go ahead and audition freely now. I have your information. Before you go, though, do you have any stage experience or would you like some advice?
Any stage experience? I'll have you know that everyone was very impressed with my bottom at the Suncat Summer Festival on Staten Island last year.
Oh, really? You were in A Midsummer Night's Dream?
No, he climbed up on stage and mooned the audience during the first interval.
I got a
Bravo.
mention in the New York Ledger.
Well, you didn't actually get your name printed.
No, but the arresting officer did.
One critic said he'd never laughed so much during a performance of Death of a Salesman.
I don't think we're supposed to play around with the props before the audition begins.
You can tell we're short on contestants this year. They're even inviting the commissionaires to take part in the auditions.
Huh?
Who's keeping the undesirables out while you're in here?
I thought they were just directed straight to your dressing room.
Don't try to be a smart-ass, son.
Sorry, didn't mean to encroach on your territory.
I don't really need to ask which one of you is the Purple Patriot, do I?
I am.
Thank you for pointing out the obvious. I normally have to rely on Louis Walsh for that.
Oh, Stefan, you're so funny.
So you didn't let your wardrobe malfunction stop you from entering the contest, huh?
Oh crap, really?
Not your zipper, dopey.
So who's your friend?
That's Mel. He's not taking part. He's just here to lend me moral support.
Yes, it takes a lot of guts to get up on that stage. Fortunately, you've got a lot of gut to spare.
And to make the odd snide comment when the opportunity arises.
Well, now you're definitely encroaching on my territory.
Let me explain how the contest works. Each contestant is set 3 challenges to prove they have what it takes to be a great superhero. Pass all 3 and you win through to boot camp.
I'll do my best.
Don't go to too much trouble. You'll be one of the joke contestants that we put on for the viewers to laugh at.
I'll prove you wrong. I'll put on an audition you can't possibly say no to.
I admire your balls, kid.
With trousers that tight, we don't really have much choice.
The first challenge is a challenge of strength. You may use any of your powers to achieve it.
Well, gentlemen, the standard this year is lower than ever, so the stage is all yours.
Stand back. I'm going to hit this harder than it's ever been hit before.
Try not to break anything.
Don't worry, it's a pretty sturdy machine.
I meant anything of yours.
I've seen bigger mussels on a seafood platter.
Mel, do you have a minute? Cheesy crackers?
Yeah,
You should change your underwear more often. I need help. How am I ever going to ring the bell on that test your strength machine?
any chance you could exercise, develop your muscles, and cultivate a physique worthy of an Adonis?
Not in the next 10 minutes.
Then I'd say your best bet is cheating.
Thanks, Mel. That's all the help I need.
If you say so.
Talk to you later. Oh man, I love these machines. I only have to touch one of these and the indicator zooms up and shatters the little bulb on top.
No, mate, you're thinking of a blood pressure monitor.
Stand back. I'm going to hit this harder than it's ever been hit before.
Try not to break anything.
Don't worry, it's a pretty sturdy machine.
I meant anything of yours.
I've seen bigger muscles.
Yes. So we're gonna cheat.
In last year's talent finale, Steven Tyler sang "I Don't Want to Miss a Thing" into this microphone.
I've got a tissue, you can just wipe it off.
Miss Penelope, could I ask you a few questions?
I don't see this on my script. Jonathan, why isn't this on my script?
You know, mate, it's not often that you get into a conversation where the person you're talking to is intellectually out of their depth, but I think it might have happened again. I think the last time was when you thought that talking photo booth was a man in a mobility scooter.
What do you mean just say the first thing that comes into my head? You know what happens when I do that. Last time, I nearly ended up on a date with Kelsey Grammer.
What about that guy at the bodega with the shriveled eye who always cuts himself on the cheese slicer?
Stumpy? Pah, you wish. You know he stopped cutting himself so often now.
Really? How come?
They've stopped him from slicing the cheese whiz.
Why can't my personal assistant talk to them instead? Yes, I know she went off to do that little favor for me, but how long can you possibly serve for hit and run?
I should just ask her whatever you want to ask, mate. I'm not even sure there's anyone on the other end of that earpiece.
I'm really struggling with the strength test. Can you think of anything that might help?
You could try eating a lot of spinach. Isn't that supposed to have a major effect on your strength?
The main effect spinach has is producing purines, which the body turns into uric acid. That aga-ga-ga-ga sound that Popeye makes, that's him passing another kidney stone.
I should probably get back to these tests.
Okay, I'm going to go back to figuring out which of these buttons gets me another latte.
I remember you. You used to be in that show, didn't you?
You'll have to be a lot more specific than that, bud. I've been in a lot of shows.
Really? I can only think of one.
Back in the 80s, I was a hot property. You know, TV Guide listed me as number 3 in the ones to watch Hot 100.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Right behind Corey Haim and Richard Grieco, weren't you?
You were in that show with a talking car, weren't you?
That's just one of the shows I did. I was in a lot of different shows, bud.
Do you and the car still keep in touch?
Not really. They melted it down to make scaffolding for one of Joan Rivers' facelifts, but that show with the car isn't the only show I ever did. I did a lot of comedy and serious drama, too.
Oh yeah, can't forget that guest appearance in season 6 of Mr. Belvedere.
Hey, bud, don't forget about the 3 months I spent in Chicago Hope.
I don't remember him from that show.
I think he means when he was hospitalised with alcohol poisoning.
You were in that show with a...
That's just...
Do
Yes,
you...
blah, blah, blah.
Oh yeah,
Hey, bud.
I don't remember.
I think...
Do you have any advice that might help me with this strength test?
Well, you know, I was in some pretty big TV shows in the 80s.
Really? How come you never talk about them?
Why don't you do what I used to do on my lifeguard show when I had to pull off a feat of superhuman physical strength?
Really? I didn't know we were allowed to use body doubles.
Ha! You know your life sucks when you get zinged by Kyle.
Thanks for all the help, dude.
Sure, bud, but I didn't do much to help.
See, mate, I told you people can't tell when you're being sarcastic.
Excuse me. I failed my first audition. Can you give me any tips on how to impress the judges?
Penelope impressed by muscles.
So, make chowder?
I mean, she impressed by big, strong, manly men.
After all that time sitting next to Stefan, I can see how she'd fancy a change.
I should go. I don't really have any reason to go in there, and I'm pretty sure the receptionist would have a problem with it if I even tried.
Damn straight.
Oh my god, cheese.
Okay, you never know when it might come in handy.
On the contrary, I know exactly when it comes in handy.
On its own, it doesn't really have a purpose.
Like David Lee Roth's solo career.
Zing!
I'll take this with me. It might come in handy.
You haven't got a date with Sean Young, have you?
I probably shouldn't play around with it.
I've never known you to follow that advice before.
It's a thermostat. Its current setting is ice cold.
That's cooler than being cool.
When you're finished, you pull this down.
And your trousers up.
I always remember that.
You do now?
It does seem like the natural home for toilet paper.
Thank God you didn't put it in its other natural home.
If I push the handle now, the contents will flush away.
So you do know how these things work after all. Since you never flush at home, I assumed you didn't know what was expected of you. It's not blocked, mate.
But
I'll keep this simple. If it's not blocked, you don't need a plunger. Well, not unless you're actually trying to block it, but you're going to need more paper than that to block it.
okay. I feel like I'm starting a collection.
It wouldn't be the first time. At least I won't stumble across it unexpectedly this time.
Okay.
I don't know why I want to clog the toilet, but let's clog the toilet.
Third time's the charm.
I'm not sure that applies to shoving toilet paper into a toilet.
I'm going to flush it.
Normally I'd be happy to do anything which encourages you to flush toilets, but in this case I'm making an exception.
Why? What's wrong?
Right now you've got a load of paper down there. If you just flush it, it might all just flush away and you'll have to start over. Make sure it's really packed round the U-bend before you flush.
Alright.
Okay. Third time's the charm. Third. How's this for ironic? Using a plunger to clog a toilet.
My God, that is ironic. That's even more ironic than rain on your wedding day.
Okay, I've clogged this sucker up good. Now what?
You really have to ask? Meh, knowing you, you probably do. Don't try this at home, kids.
No fear of that.
Like you need a new way to clog a toilet.
Hello again, miss.
Are you still here?
I need you to come to the men's room with me.
Down, boy. I do apologise, miss. He's not normally this forward.
No, really. You have to see this. Someone's clogged one of the toilets and flooded the floor.
This job just keeps on giving.
I don't really have any reason.
Plus, we've only got a finite amount of time till the dragon lady finishes unblocking.
It's the reception.
Or
Each drawer in the cabinet is individually locked. There's no way I'm getting in without the key. Why would I want to break the glass? It would cause panic and get everyone trampling all over each other to get out of the theater.
who needs a reason? When did fun become a dirty word?
Nah, I can't do it.
Killjoy.
With the receptionist busy, now's my chance.
That.
Are you sure you won't let me call an ambulance, Kyle? You really ought to spend a night in the hospital, just to be on the safe side.
Do you think I have percussion?
Oh, dear Jesus.
Well, I am worried about you. You seem dizzy and confused, and your pupils never seem to focus on anything.
That's
Well
not-
done, nurse. You've got him right back to normal again.
The pain in my head is pretty bad still, though. Is there anything you can do?
Did you swallow those painkillers I gave you?
Yeah, but I don't feel any different.
Don't worry. They take a while to kick in, but once they do, they're very effective. It's a very powerful analgesic.
But I hit my head, not my butt.
No, mate. See, an analgesic, it's not... Oh, never mind.
Here, hold on to these just in case.
More painkillers for later in the day?
No, cyanide pills, just in case he loses the will to live.
See you later, Nurse Cheerful.
Alright, let's get this done.
I'll just put this.
Around the back, Dopey.
What are you two doing over there?
We just noticed that the puck on this thing is reflective.
So?
We thought you might get insecure if there was a mirror in the room in which you couldn't see your face, so we just polished it up a bit.
Can you see me now?
Yes, but only from the shoulders up.
Yeah, we can only just see the waistband of your jeans.
Alright, here we go.
Right. Now we'll see who's boss.
It's got you puzzled as well, is it?
How do you feel?
Like I was just hit on the head with a stage light.
Perception seems spot on, nurse.
His ability to state the obvious doesn't appear to have been diminished either.
Is your vision blurry?
Nope,
Any double vision?
none whatsoever.
Are your eyes closed?
How many fingers am I holding up?
No idea.
Why?
I'm blind.
You could have skipped ahead to that one, mate.
Have you still got that pill I gave you earlier?
Yeah, I put it in. Wait up, we're not killing him.
It would be kinder in the long run.
Kinder to the studio's medical insurance, maybe.
What about his suffering?
What suffering? We don't even know if it's permanent yet. Look, step aside. Kyle, how many fingers now?
None.
Now open your eyes.
Okay. Oh my god. I can see again.
It's a miracle!
Why didn't you open your eyes sooner?
I forgot I had them shut.
How can you forget you've got your eyes closed?
Listen, lady, you can forget a lot of things when a honkin' great lamp smashes into your head.
We're lucky he didn't forget how to control his bladder.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, guys? Shall we call that a pass?
Can you come back to me? No one's passed me a note with my opinion on it yet.
Are you kidding? This idiot is the most entertaining candidate we've had all day. No one else even came close to lobotomizing themselves with a stage light.
I guess the odds are good that he'll do something else hilarious.
Plus, if we don't get enough footage, we'll have to have one of the crew pretend to be an angry contestant who picks a fight with Stefan again.
Then it's unanimous. You've passed the strength test with flying colours.
And spinning stars. Ruh.
Okay, bud, the next test is the speed test. You have to get on the treadmill and work your way up to the maximum speed setting.
Oh, yay.
I'm not sure how long I can keep this up for, but I'm doing my best.
That's the lowest setting.
That's great. Just 10 more speed settings to go and we're there.
What are we up to now? 8?
3.
Geez, I felt sure it was closer to 8.
I think the women out there will agree with me that many men deliver 3 but could have sworn it was closer to 8.
That's gotta be 11 now.
6?
Yeah. Well, not so much yeah as no. It's 7.
I've seen tectonic plates move faster than that.